Hello, hello, hello. It's Tuesday night. It's Tuesday night. I tried something new. I came in with no audio at first because I wanted to see those no audio comments in the comments. So I came in with no audio at first. If y'all know, y'all know. If you don't, you're not in the know. It is not a Wednesday night. It's a Tuesday night, but I figured I'd come in with no audio, give everybody a good little laugh to start the night off with. But what is going on, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? How is everybody doing tonight? It is absolutely a beautiful night here in Florida, a little on the warm side, but a great night nonetheless. So I know y'all can hear me now. What's going on, Scott McNeil? First in the chat. What is up, my brother? Wanda with Cruising for Food, a close second, and Cameron Hawkins coming in third. I hope each and every one of y'all have a great night. Kathy coming in a close fourth. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. What is going on, everybody? It is Tuesday night. It's the Tuesday night live show. I hope everyone's having a fantastic night. I hope everyone's having a great night. And if you don't know where I'm at, I am currently in Wisconsin right now. Anthony and Nancy are over there. They're making some Pimm's cups while I go live for my show. And then in about an hour, they're going to go live right from this same section in their show. So again, excuse me if you see me glancing to the left. That is so I can read the comments. I'm not old. I don't need glasses, but I do need a bigger screen. So what's everyone doing on this Tuesday night? What's everybody up to? Tuesday afternoon for some of y'all out there on the West Coast, Tuesday night, early Tuesday evening for, Wanda over there in Texas. But what is everybody up to tonight? I figured I would touch base with this topic because I've been getting a lot of questions recently about what do I always take with me on a cruise? What are some essentials? Excuse me. What are some essentials, no matter what length of the voyage, do I take with me? And I have a whole plethora of stuff over here. But if you noticed when you came into the live chat tonight, there is a poll for you. So please do me a favor and answer that poll. A simple yes or no question will be sufficient. It's new. I don't know how it works, but Kurt and Marsha do it all the time over there at See Me Traveling. So I don't think it's really that hard, but that's what we're doing. We put a poll up. We got no audio in the beginning of the show. It's a great way to start the day. Yes, hashtag plethora. I got a plethora of stuff sitting right here next to me, and we're going to get into that. But I want to know, is there something that you take with you no matter the length of your trip, whether it's a land cruise, an ocean cruise, a river cruise, no matter what it is, flying to see family, whatever the case may be? What is it that you always pack to take with you no matter what? Now, we're not talking basic essentials. We're not talking, your medicine or like in my case, a CPAP machine to sleep with. We're not talking about that stuff. We're talking about what is that one specific thing you always take with you no matter the length of your voyage. Shelly S., happy Tuesday. This is the first live with you. Hope all is fine. I appreciate you for being here. I'm so glad you were able to catch a live show. And everyone is doing great. It's a beautiful Tuesday night. I am doing fantastic. I know everyone in the chat's doing fantastic. And Wanda, yes, please always take a deodorant. I can't tell you how many times I have been to a port where you're required to tender in and I got stuck next to the smelly person who didn't bring deodorant. Now, Scott will tell you because me and Scott cruise together a lot. I constantly bring my deodorant with me. I put it in my backpack because if it's a day where it's really, really hot out, I don't want to smell ripe. I'm a big boy. I always like smelling clean, so I constantly put my deodorant in my backpack. Hey, Nancy, you're right next to me. Why don't you come on the camera and say hi? No. For those of you who don't know, this is the wonderful nautical nurse Nancy's living room where she goes live every week, and this week is where I'm going live. So in the beginning, I started using everybody else's backdrops as my backdrop to have a little bit of fun with the YouTube world and all the other content creators. But I did break into Nancy's house when she was at work. Anthony really couldn't do much. He couldn't turn, but it's all right. They're fine with it. I got Fun Ship Freddy over here, and I'm kind of blocking Captain Hook, the captain right there. I'm blocking him, but it's okay. I broke in. It's a little cold here in Wisconsin, so I'm still wearing pants. My hoodie's right over there, but no, it's all in fun games. I love everyone's backdrops, and I love just being able to have a little fun and bring a little laughter to the universe of YouTube. So, Nancy, thank you for sending me those pictures last week, and that is the backdrop for this week. So, we got the Moonlight Adventures in the house. Hello, Josh and Chastity. I hope y'all are having a fantastic day. I know y'all still must be on that high, riding that high with being able to see your son graduate. That's an awesome thing. So I really do appreciate it. Oh, it's really nice there, actually. So I'm currently in a Speedo. I borrowed the Chisel's pink Speedo. I'm currently wearing that. I'm currently wearing the Chisel's pink Speedo. It's beautiful here in Wisconsin. I lied to you earlier. It's gorgeous. You love the drag Freddy. That's when I seen that, I was like, oh, that is awesome. Freddie wearing a boa. I need to get her backdrop. That's really what made me want Nancy's backdrop. And I kind of watch what I say on my show, and I'm extra watching because I have Jesus right over my shoulder. So I can't, I got to be like extra cautious. But I absolutely love Nancy's backdrop, and I love her furniture. I love the old school furniture. That's like a big thing with me. I'm an old head, for those of you who don't know. Like, I remember plastic on furniture days. Like, I wish I could do that now with my kids so things wouldn't get destroyed, but I'm an old soul at heart. But let's get back to the topic. Let's not go off the Richter scale like we typically do, but let's get back to the topic. Jesus wore a dress. Now you know where you're going, right? You know where you're going, and it's already hot and humid there, so you're working on it. You're halfway there. But let's get back to the topic of the conversation, cruise essentials. I see there's some things in here like magnet hooks, and yes, that is one thing I bring. A cookie, huggy beverage holder, a cozy or whatever. Yep, I constantly bring some stuff like that too. Alice Lugo, the one half of the Eddie Lugo Studios, is in the house. How are you doing tonight, Alice? But I have a plethora of things over here that I bring with me, and I'm going to talk about them. And these things are what I personally take with me on every single cruise. I don't care if it's a 3-day cruise on the Margaritaville at Sea or a 14-day transatlantic with Carnival. I take these things with me constantly. Eric with Party on the Sea, what's going on, my brother? So first things first, let's start with this. You ready? A lanyard. A lanyard. And this piece here is a lifesaver if you cruise NCL, because NCL, you cannot punch NCL cards because it'll deactivate it. So this plastic holder holds my card, holds my cruise card, clips right onto my lanyard. A lanyard is the very first thing I toss in my backpack. Everyone should have a lanyard. What's going on, Eddie? Yo, Eddie Lugo in the house. Second thing I always toss in my bag are magnet hooks. These things are a lifesaver on many levels. They can go to the wall and hold your lanyards. They hold my hats. They hold my jewelry. They hold the hose for my CPAP machine. In the morning, I get up and I clip my CPAP machine to this hook. I can take it apart and use it as a door magnet to hold door decorations. These are an essential thing, and they're relatively cheap. For like a pack of 30, it was like $5-6. And I use these things way more than anything else that I take with me. Wanda doesn't like lanyards. She usually wears her card around her wrist or always have a pocket. Yeah, I mean, it's a personal preference, but I always wear my lanyard, and it's a way for me to get my channel out there because it's got my channel name on it. But I always bring a lanyard. I always bring magnet hooks, and that's just me. They're my cruise essentials. Now, do you have like that little twisty wrist thing that you would put on your wrist that holds your cruise card, like those twisty hair scrunchies? I always take charging stations and a portable battery brick. Now, I always bring that because, again, being a content creator, I always want that extra battery packs and all that stuff. So I have to have that stuff. This right here, this has been a lifesaver more times than I can count. This is a little, what would you call it? Like a cosmetic kit. Nail clippers, scissors, tweezers, nail file. This thing is a lifesaver. I'm telling you right now. Now, ladies, you tend to get your nails done, so you really don't need something like this. But as a man, I always bring this with me. Never always need it, but I always bring it with me. That is one of the cruise essentials that always goes into the bag. And this, because I don't like traveling with my large bottles of cologne. So this is literally a little 2-ounce bottle that you refill in the bottom. And I can bring 3 or 4 different scents with me. Like $5 on Amazon. It's like one of the best purchases ever made. 3 or 4 different scents. I don't have to bring the large bottles. They don't take up a lot of space. Yes, Scott, dude wipes. I do bring dude wipes. Like I didn't bring a pack out here to show everybody because I was going to leave that out. But I do bring dude wipes. Mike, do you keep up with manscaping when you wear that Speedo? I do. I don't wax because it leaves little bumps. But I use a straight razor. That's one thing I constantly bring with me too, because I like to keep my beard clean. So I constantly go get my hair cut right before I leave. And I gotta keep the beard lines clean. No one likes a over the top scruffy looking face. Next thing I always bring, other than dude wipes and yes, poopery. I was going to leave the bathroom talk out of this conversation, but since everyone's bringing it up, I bring dude wipes and I bring poopery. I bring a scale, a luggage scale, because you never know. You may have too many souvenirs you need to bring home and you have to leave a pair of shoes behind that are all messed up and beat up, or you have to leave some clothes behind. I always bring a luggage scale with me. Now, majority of this fits in my toiletry bag, so it doesn't take up a lot of space. But the next 2 items that I constantly bring with me tend to take up a little bit more space. Bluetooth speaker. Now, listen, I get it. Some cruise lines have a ban on Bluetooth speakers, but I do not use it ridiculously loud. I just have a little music playing when I'm in the shower or on the balcony, very low, just loud enough for me to hear, not for everybody else to hear. You don't walk around on the ship blasting music, and you don't go into the public common areas blasting music either and being disrespectful. You don't want to do that. So I always bring a Bluetooth speaker, but you don't use it like that. And I did see this comment a few times, and Scott convinced me on the last one, but a portable fan. Now, this thing is phenomenal. It folds down, it's collapsible, and this bad boy can be a floor fan, it could be a tabletop fan, and it oscillates. So on those cabins that are a little warmer than others, or if you need that little bit of white noise, oh, this fan's amazing. But those are just a few things that I always bring with me. So I see some of you talk about you bring some Avon samples of perfume, bathroom necessities and things like that. I do bring dude wipes. I do bring poopery, but that's for the bathroom. And I respect my cabin mate. He respects me. So we always respect each other's bathroom usage, and we try and keep it nice, calm, cool, collective, and clean for each other. So those are the few things that I constantly pack with me. Now, there's a few more that I take. I take travel size toothbrush. I always take a travel toothbrush, and I have a horrible habit. I constantly throw them out. So I use it for the cruise and I throw it away because in my brain, it's less weight. That's got to go in the suitcase if I'm flying. That's just in my brain. It's the way it works. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I constantly take with me on every cruise, other than like some door decorations. But those are the essentials I constantly have to have. I need to pack them right away. As soon as I start packing luggage, as soon as I start getting ready for the trip, they get packed and get put in right away. So I'm going to create an Amazon list for everything that I pack cruise essentially, and I'm going to put it in the Nauti Cruiser group over on Facebook, and I'm also going to tag it here on YouTube. So anything that I talked about tonight that I personally take with me, I'll make a link for everybody so that way it's super, super simple. If there's something that you're interested in, you can just go right to that link and it'll have everything that I just talked about tonight. So but yeah, that fan is a lifesaver. I can't tell you how many times on that transatlantic where it was a little warm in the room And that fan worked perfect. And on some nights where it was really chilly, Scott didn't need the fan. I hogged the fan. I was a fan hog. But we literally put it on the desk 15 feet away from us, and we could feel it where we were laying at. So the fan is perfect. It's got 3 different speeds. It oscillates, and it's so compact that it'll fit in your suitcase and not take up much space. There's not much weight to it. Maybe like 2.5, 3 pound fan. It's really not that heavy. And you can use it with the cable. It's a rechargeable fan, so you don't need to, constantly have it plugged in. You can plug it in, let it charge up, and then use it throughout the night. Robin with a reusable water bottle. Yes, I do have a collapsible reusable water bottle. I haven't taken it recently, but I will be taking it with me on the next few because I definitely got to keep my water intake up. But that is a good one, a collapsible water bottle. But those are a few things I always take. I know there's some people that take a pillow, like my buddy Joe. He constantly takes a special pillow. It helps him sleep at night. It helps with his back issues. So he constantly brings that. Nancy brings a big insulated bottle for mixing drinks. Telling the secrets of those Jell-O shots, are we? She also brings Jell-O packets and syringes. So that's not a bad thing to bring either. And one thing I do bring is a small first aid kit. You never know. A super, super small first aid kit. Always on the safe side. For anybody that ever gets motion sickness, bring some Dramamine or some patches, maybe some seasick bands. I don't really get seasick that easy. It takes a lot to get me seasick. But I constantly have those. Eddie brings his pineapples. Listen, that's a pineapple thief, y'all. Let's get real. I started the pineapples. I started bringing pineapples. Let's just put that out in the air. Syringes are a necessity. Yep, got to make those great Jell-O shots that she makes. And let me tell you, I never had tequila in a Jell-O shot before, but I had one when Nancy made it, and that was on point. But there's also things that I bring that I like to give away to people. I bring pineapples, I bring stickers, I bring lanyards, I bring other things. There's things that I bring that I give away. There's things that I bring that I have as necessities. And that's just the way it's going to be. Everyone is different. Nancy said, yes, her pillow is a must. So I know some people have, certain things that they have to bring. As for me, it's pretty basic. Wanda brings the feather boas. Listen, we can have a party. Feather boas, Jell-O shots, and pillow fights. Listen, that's a party to me. Alice brings Eddie. You can leave that at home sometimes now, Alice. You can come without the baggage of Eddie. I'm just kidding. Bonine or C-bands, but both are always in the suitcase. Yeah, and I mean it's the how would you say it? It's being prepared for what may occur. Like with me going on transatlantic cruises, you never know. The Atlantic gets to be very rough at times. So I pack certain things with me to help prevent those things. So if I don't have it, is going to be the time when I absolutely need it. And if I don't have it, I'm going to be up the creek without a paddle. But if you have it, you're never going to need it. But it's always one of those things that you always pack in. And it's super small. Like I said, majority of this stuff fits in my toiletry bag, which is a lunch case. It's a little lunch bag, but I'm a big Nike guy. So, I have to be different. Somebody has to carry the pineapples. Yeah, that's me. I got the pineapples. I can prove it to you. I got like 8,000 of them here. I don't always bring Daniel. I love traveling by myself. Yeah, and that's like with you. Like it's not that you don't always bring him. He's just not into cruising as much as you are. Me, I'm constantly like, all right, when can I plan the next trip? And what can I do? And it's tough because if I take a quick little 3-day, I really don't want to pack a big suitcase to take everything with me. So I try to cut it down a little bit, and I'll take less clothes than I will essentials, because I know with having this fan is going to be a better night than not having the fan, or vice versa. But depending on the cruise, depends on the things. If I'm going on a quick short cruise, I ain't going to need the luggage scale because I'm not flying, I'm driving. So I'm not worried about that. But it's those little things that I always bring with me that make it super, super easy, super simple, and always, a little bit of a better trip. Nancy says her flamingo float Penelope is also a must. Yeah. I got my pineapple float. I constantly bring it with me. I bring my pineapple cup. Like there's a lot of stuff I bring with me. Like, I'm not going to lie. I got a lot of pineapple stuff I constantly bring with me. My pineapple cup, my pineapple float, my pineapple glasses, all the pineapples I give away. A bunch of y'all got the pineapples on the vloggers cruise. I gave them out to everybody. So I constantly bring a ton of pineapple stuff. I bring my pineapple glasses. Yeah, luggage scales the most. We don't want to tap Portugal issues. Man, don't even get me started on that issue. Yeah, my pineapple lights, pineapple decorations for the room. Like, I'm pineappled out. I'm the pineapple king. So there's just no way anybody's going to outbeat me with the pineapple. Like, I bring so much pineapple stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, let's touch base with that. Luggage scale is a must. We don't want tap Portugal issues. So what Cameron's referring to is when we flew home from our transatlantic, we had a flight that left Barcelona and it flew to Lisbon, Portugal. And then it went from Lisbon, Portugal and landed in Miami. So when I flew out of Barcelona, they weighed all of my bags. Every bag was weighed, my check bag, my carry-on bag, my backpack, everything was weighed. No problems in Barcelona. They didn't charge me no extra money. Get to Lisbon, we get some food, we enjoy our time. We have to go to a completely another terminal, go right through security and all that stuff, and go right back through like the gates. So we go through, everything's fine. I get up to go towards the plane and they snatch me up because of my carry-on bag. They make me weigh my carry-on bag. They're telling me my carry-on bag is too heavy. Now, my carry-on bag was on my camera equipment. So we're talking hundreds of dollars of equipment, battery packs, my Insta360, my GoPro, my Canon M50, stuff I don't want checked in the plane. So have to pay 125 euros if I want this bag to fly back to the States with me. And I said, well, what about Barcelona? Well, they must not have weighed your bags. It's like, yeah, they did. They weighed my bags. I put it on a scale. She told me it was fine. Oh, well, it's too heavy. So we have to pay 125 euros and check your bag. I said, listen, lady, I'm not checking this bag. There's a lot of expensive equipment in here. And if you're going to, sign a piece of paper stating if anything's damaged, we'll reimburse you, then I'll pay you your 125 bucks and check the bag. And she goes and talks to the supervisor and says, well, you can pay the $125 and carry it on with you. So what was the sense in charging me $125? If I'm able to carry it on the plane with me anyway, what's the sense in charging me the 125 bucks? So yes, please, if you're going to fly tap Portugal, make sure your bag is 11 kilos and under for your carry-on, because if not, they're going to charge you 125 euros. I think that was a little ridiculous. It's like 160 US. Insane. Oh, Wanda, you want to talk about, I was so mad. Scott was like, yo, we are going to get locked up in Portugal. We are going to jail. We are not getting on this flight. Like I was arguing with the lady, and I wasn't trying to be rude, but I'm not going to tell you what I said here because, it's YouTube and I don't want to get in trouble, but I'll tell you what I said in a private chat. Like I went off. It was bad. And I said to Scott too, before we got there, if they just ask me for extra money, I'm just going to pay them. I'm not going to argue with anybody. I'm just ready to get on the plane and get home. Yeah, that went right out the window. Like as soon as she told me 125 euros, I saw red, and I was so mad because you're letting me put it on the plane. Like I'm allowed to take it as a carry-on, but I got to pay 125 euros still, even though 125 euros is for how much it cost to check the bag under the plane, you're charging me the same amount as what I'm able to take on the plane. And it's not like the bag was extended. It's not like it was too big. It literally is a carry-on bag that just holds all my camera equipment. So yes, it is a little heavier, but between my backpack and that, they charged me 125 euros. Scott said it reminded him of How to Catch a Smuggler. Really, bro? They didn't do me like that. But it's true though, because you know what? No, let me stop, because as soon as we got through, there was like a dog and then like 4 custom agents randomly picking people over to check their bags and go through their bags. It wasn't that bad. And the flight was great. Like I had the whole row to myself. I fell asleep super fast once I got on the plane. And that's a habit with me. It doesn't take long for me to fall asleep on the plane. Scott got his own row. He ended up getting up and moving a few rows ahead and getting like the premium economy. Meanwhile, I'm stuck back in basic economy. He didn't even ask for permission. He just got up and took the seat. He's like, for 125 euros, we should be flying business class. And I was going to upgrade. Like I was really going to upgrade. I was considering putting a bid in to upgrade to business class. But once they hit me with that $125 euro fee, I was so butthurt. I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen. They ain't getting no more money out of me. I sleep so easy on a plane, Wanda. It's crazy. I literally get on the plane, I get in my seat, and maybe within 10 minutes, I'm asleep. If we're taking extra long to taxi and take off, I'm asleep before we even take off. Way before we even take off. They had to wake me up for meal service and drinks and all that stuff. And then I finally told the guy, I was like, look, man, if I'm sleeping, don't wake me up. Just let me sleep. Well, it's a long flight. We need to make sure you drink water. That's fine. So just bring me all the water now, so when I fall asleep, you don't wake me up. But it was good. It was a nice flight. No issues. We actually took off ahead of schedule, and we landed ahead of schedule. Once we landed and we had to deal with the whole rental car thing, that's a whole story for another day. Couldn't find the email. Couldn't find the rental car company, whoever it was. Yeah, that was just a mess too. But we got home safe and sound. Everything was fine. They hit me with a $125 euro fee. And I'll tell you what, I'll still fly TAP Portugal in the future, because for an economy-based airline, the flight was great, the service was great, the food wasn't bad, the entertainment on board was good, the internet cost was relatively cheap for the whole flight. I think it was like $22 for the whole flight. Yeah, he got up, and I was like, where are you going? I'm moving up front. I was like, dude, you need to ask. Nah, I'm just going to move up front. He moved up front before we even took off, and nobody said a word to him. So he had a whole row to himself. I had a whole row to myself. The only bad part about it was they were only 2-seat rows. So it's not like we had a 4-seat row or a 3-seat row. It still wasn't bad. You still had a little bit of room to stretch out. And if you had the blankets and pillows they gave you, you were definitely able to make yourself comfortable. But I slept for majority of the flight. It was great. I watched some Harry Potter for a little bit. You know, it was a great flight. I have no complaints other than having to pay the extra 125 euros. It is. And it was a blessing, Nancy. Like having that whole row to myself on that long flight, it definitely helped out. Like me and Scott, like I'm a big dude. Like for those of you who know me, I'm 6'2", 340 pounds. Like I'm a big boy. Like I'm not small. So to put me and Scott, who's like a sardine, next to me, it was fine because I had a little bit more space. I had a little wiggle room. Scott, on the other hand, was like, I really can't fall asleep here. I'm on the end. I have nothing to lean on. He could have leaned on me, but then we would have looked a little suspicious. But I'm like a little kid on a flight looking out the window, jamming out to music or watching movies, eating snacks and having drinks. I'm the same way. For a short flight, I'll try to stay up most of the time, but let's talk. All right, you want to talk real? Let's talk real talk. The vloggers cruise when I flew to New Orleans, I was sitting next to a gentleman and his son. They were flying back home. They're originally from New Orleans. They live in Florida now. They were flying back home. I literally fell asleep like this, leaning on the guy. Homeboy just let me sleep on him. He didn't even wake me up. He just let me sleep on him the whole time. I wake up like 20 minutes before we land, and I'm like, bro, I'm so sorry. He's like, nah, man, it's all good. I know you were tired. He's like, it's all good, man. No worries. I literally leaned up on homeboy, and I slept on this guy the whole time. I was like, man, you should have woke me up. He's like, nah, man, it's all good. Don't worry about it. I felt so bad, but I got I got a couple hours of sleep. Listen, let me tell you about Scott. Scott would not snuggle up next to me. Like, we went to comedy every night, and Scott made sure to put some distance between us because he didn't want the comedian thinking we were together. Scott, I would go to put my arm up. He'd be like, "Don't you put your arm up. Don't you put your arm up. Don't you put that arm around me because this comedian, he's going to take it and run." I was like, "Man, you really worried about it?" He's like, "Yeah, don't do it." So Scott made sure we had some room. Scott was like, "Yeah, nah, I'm not going to be the butt of this guy's jokes." But Scott's my homie, man. Scott's a good dude. He's a great guy to cruise with. He's a great guy to fly with. Makes you laugh. Have a great time with Scott. Florida cruisers, don't be sorry. No reason you are here now, and you are not late. We still got 29 minutes to go before the wonderful nautical nurse Nancy goes live in the same area as me. But it's great. Falling asleep on a plane, I can sleep like a baby. And let's talk about that saying, okay? Sleep like a baby. Whoever came up with that, they need to like really rethink what they said, because sleeping like a baby does not mean you sleep great. It does not mean you sleep great. Sleeping like a baby means you're up every couple hours. And I'm only 34. I'm not going to sleep like a baby and have to wake up and constantly pee or be fed every couple hours. I want to sleep through the night. So we got to change that a little bit, because I don't want to be up every couple hours. But listen, slept like a rock. And it don't take much for me. Scott will tell you, I'll be on my phone. Well, man, Scott even said to me a couple of times, he's like, "Dude, I don't know how you fell asleep that fast." He's like, "I wish I could fall asleep that fast." He's like, "You were literally on your phone, you put it down, and you were snoring 2 seconds later." 100%. Very quick, very simple, very easy. As soon as I hit that bed, and to me, it's bedtime, I'm out like a light bulb. Love cruising with you and Scott. Funny as yes, it is. We try to have a good time, man. Everyone loves to laugh. Laughter, I believe, is the best medicine of them all. So if you don't laugh, what are you doing? You got to laugh. You have to laugh. And speaking of laugh, let's laugh at this. Y'all hitting the like button? Because I don't think if you don't hit it, it's not funny if you don't hit it. You need to go hit that like button. You'll need to hit that like button. We got 12 people in the house, so make sure y'all go and hit that like button. And share it out. I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that has not met the Nauti Cruiser yet and wants to know a little bit more about the Nauti Cruiser. See that, Nancy? The backdrop has you feeling right at home. See, it's things like that. Like, this is why I like using other people's backdrops. I got to get Clayco's. Like, he's the next one. I really want to try and get Klaykowski's backdrop. It's going to be a little difficult, but somebody try and snag a picture when he's live, and I want to try and get it to where I can position him here, and then I'm sitting where Larry Bum usually sits. So that's really like my next goal for next week. So when I can come in and be like, and I can really mess with the audio next week, that would be great. Cut the audio out. Have John right here trying to figure out what's going on with the audio. That'd be awesome. So, but I like using everybody else's backdrop because it's fun. It's different. I get to turn around and see a blank screen, a green screen, but it's cool being able to see it here and just have a little bit of fun with it. So I'm glad you're enjoying it, Nancy, and it's got you feeling right at home. Wanda is overachieving with 3 likes. Cameron said, what did Cameron say about the car ride? Oh, I lost it. The chat jumped on me. I am that way in a car. Oh, no. He said, I am that way in a car, but not a plane. Wanda says her pictures are for her own pleasure, Scott McNeil. And I think just by her reading that comment, she got pregnant. What's going on, cruising on the high seas and travel? How are you doing tonight over there in Canada? I hope you're having a great night. If you're going on the booze cruise, Rob, you'll definitely see me. I am on the booze cruise. So as long as you're attending the booze cruise, I will be there. I want to know all the stories with your travels, Mike. What happened with the car ride home? So the car ride home was great. Like that was super easy, but we get off the plane and my phone wouldn't load. Nothing would load. Scott's phone wouldn't load. And the booking was done through Hotwire and didn't know what the rental car company was. Didn't know. We just knew there was a car waiting for us in Miami and we had no idea who the rental car company was. So I finally was able to manage to call Hotwire and figure out it was with Alamo. It took like a whole hour just to try and figure out what rental car agency we had the car through. So then we hit some Miami traffic and we got stuck in so much traffic. And that was just another thing. We stop at a Marathon gas station and Scott's like, all right, yeah, we'll go and get some soda and get some drinks. Yeah, there was nothing there for like drink or snack wise for the whole ride home. And Scott was like, I didn't know what they were saying because it's Miami. So if you've been to Miami before, you know it's predominantly Latinos and a lot of Spanish. Scott doesn't speak Spanish. So it was just a mess. It was, 4:30 in the afternoon, right at the height of rush hour. You're in Miami International Airport. You're trying to get to the highway. Then I'm not rude. Scotty smokes. So, you got to stop and let Scotty get out and have a couple cigarettes. So we stop at if you ever driven from like Miami, now I know Nancy, you should be familiar with this because you have a house in Southwest Florida. So you should know like I-75, Alligator Alley and all that stuff, right? So we stop at one of those little pullover stops there and we're hanging around. And then there's a bunch of little kids running around and Scott's like, where's the parents? Parents were nowhere to be found. 3 little kids running around. The parents were down the other end fishing and the rain was just coming down in buckets. And I'm so used to the Florida rain. It is what it is, but everything tied itself together and just made it one of those unforgettable days. And yet, you had a tranquilo, suave. And it wasn't working. It wasn't working out the way it should have. And it's a 6-hour drive. It's like 5 hours and 45 minutes to get to my house from Miami. Hablo español, Miguel, poquito. You can teach me Spanish. Listen, we can try this. My grandmom's been in my life for 35 years. That's her first language, and we still haven't done it. Cameron Hawkins coming in with a super chat, bro. Here you go, bro. Appreciate you, my dude. Appreciate you. But yeah, it's my grandma speaks Spanish, my uncles, my aunts, everyone speaks Spanish, and I just never really took off and wanted to learn a language. I got into high school when language was a requirement. So back in my day, like I'm really that old. Back in my day, I graduated in 2007, mind you. Ian with the Uber Cruisers. What is going on, brother? I hope you're having a great day over there in Australia. So back in my day, English, a language was a requirement. So you either had to take Spanish or you had to take French. When I hit my sophomore year, they dropped that requirement, so I never took a language. Now that I'm older and I'm doing a lot more travel, I want to learn more languages. So Spanish is definitely on the list. Italian's on the list. French is on the list. Portuguese is on my list. So I definitely want to learn more languages, but I just haven't found the time to absolutely learn them. And yes, Wanda, yes, I do know all the bad words. That is 100% correct. I know every single bad word possible, and I can form them in sentences, but yet I can't even ask you where the bathroom is. So let's leave it at that. And you're right, it does. It just comes out. It's 100% natural. It just comes out. And it's great because, again, the more you travel, the more you interact with local people, the more you need to learn things like the languages and the culture barriers. And it's tough because when we were in, where was it? I think it was Barcelona. Like I was trying to tell the guy where I wanted to go, and I knew like certain words, and I tried putting them in a sentence. It was completely wrong. So I just pulled my phone out and I set it to translator, and I gave it to him. And the sad part is technology makes it so easy for us to not want to learn anything anymore, because we have apps like translators on our phone. So you just speak to your phone, push play, and let them listen, and let them talk back, and then you can translate it back into your language. But I think learning the language and breaking down that cultural barrier makes it a little bit better when you're in those parts. Like I know certain words in Jamaica, and I know certain words in Mexico and Puerto Rico and Portuguese. It's those little things like please and thank you and hello, how are you, that make the locals feel a little bit more like better and more appreciated, because you're taking the time out to learn their language. So I definitely want to learn a little bit more. Yeah, I can speak Northern too. Wanda can speak Northern too. We come from the same roots. I mean, we both like pork roll, right, Wanda? Like we're both from Jersey. I will try using my Spanish on a handsome lumberjack in Alaska. Listen, you're going to need to learn Eskimo on the handsome lumberjacks in Alaska. Slinky Angle King in the house. How are you doing tonight, Slinky? I hope you and Matt are having a wonderful night over there in H-Town. Yes, see, Wanda said it. I love me some pork roll. Yep. You got to love the pork roll. But that's going to make her pregnant again. Oh, my God. She's going to watch this guy chop down a fake tree, and Wanda's going to be like, yep, just had 3 kids. See, and this is why I love the community. Everybody can pick on everybody and have fun with it and chat and just be a good time. And no one gets upset. But that's what it is. Slinky, I know you and Matt have some. What are your cruising essentials? What do you always pack to take on a cruise? Now, if Chuck was here, Chuck would tell you an extension cord, but on the last cruise, they confiscated Chuck's extension cord. Kathy, don't be sorry. You are here now. No one is ever late. You are here. That's all that matters. So I'm going to end the poll. And it's 100% yes. 18 votes. 18 votes with 100% yes. Everyone has something they pack and take with them, no matter the length of the trip. And Slinky packs a laundry backpack. Now, let me tell you something. That is a genius thing that she has. That's genius. That backpack is magical. I seen that. I looked into it. That thing is magical, and that's going to be something I get and put on my list, because if you have so many souvenirs and you need extra space in your luggage for souvenirs, you can just load this backpack up with your laundry, throw it over your shoulder, and you just created all this space in your suitcase. So that thing, that's magical. I am Fertile Myrtle of the cruise community. Oh, Wanda, what are we going to do with you? I think I pack as many swimsuits as I do underwear on a cruise. I think I pack 1, maybe 2. Now, no, I packed 1. On the last cruise, I bought one. One of the Carnival ones. So I got 2 now. Frangers. What are frangers, Ian? I bring a spare bag and backpack that packs into a pocket just in case we need extra bag or backpack. Now, see, that's smart too. So always pack like an extra bag or like a duffel bag or something like that. Rob said tequila. Rob always packs tequila. Ladies' swimwear dries too slowly. Yeah, I mean, that's true too. There's more fabric. Just bought some cute bathing suits from Shein, Nautical Nurse Nancy. Ooh, Wanda got some new bathing suits. So let's talk about Shein. Y'all want to talk about Shein? I bought a shirt from Shein that I was really excited about, and it didn't fit. And it was 2 sizes bigger than what I usually buy, and it still didn't fit. Bunch of crap. I need to get back on there and reorder it like 4 sizes bigger, because I really like that shirt. It was a pineapple shirt. I really want that shirt. Y'all, it's that 15-minute mark. Y'all know what happens in 15 minutes. The wonderful nautical nurse Nancy goes live in this beautiful living room with Anthony or Hannah or whoever else is around. But she goes live at 10 p.m. Eastern, all the way from her beautiful living room in Wisconsin. So y'all make sure in 15 minutes y'all go over and y'all raid Nautical Nurse Nancy's live and say the Naughty Cruiser sent you. It's for those mini humans. And I promise you, like, not my youngest, but my oldest probably wouldn't even be able to fit into it. It was super, super, like super small. It was like a crop top. And I was like, well, if I get a bikini, a Speedo, and I wear this, then I could be like Chisel 2.0. But I don't really think anybody wants to see that. Scott McNeil coming in clutch, dropping the swag link. If you are interested in any Naughty Cruiser t-shirts or hoodies, that link right there, take you right over to my Bonfire store. Nancy means Asians, Mike. But in totally a good way. If I'm selling Carnival, I bring my own laundry soap for doing laundry. So I found these, and I just started seeing them advertised on TV recently. It's called Earth detergent. It's like these little fabric sheets that you can cut and just put into the washer. They seem to work pretty good. So for anyone that has like allergies or needs like hyperallergenic stuff, there's no scents or anything like that. Yes, go get ready for your live. I bring Ziploc bags and press and seal too. That is an awesome thing to have, especially for like, you know, those wet items when you're coming back from the beach. I usually bring the gallon size for like my bathing suit. You tried Earth sheets and didn't like them. The only thing I don't like about them is they're scent free. So I like using Tide. So when I smell my clothes, it smells like Tide. So I like Tide. Yeah, that's the problem with some clothes on Amazon made for many people. And it's true. It's tough because you can't try anything on. Like, I'm a big firm believer in trying things on at the store before I buy them because I don't want it to not fit and then have to take it home and then have to come back to the store and then have to find it again or be disappointed because it doesn't fit and they don't have another one in my size. So I rather take it and try it on, call it a day. If it fits, I buy it. If it don't fit, I put it on the shelf and I don't get that upset about it because I didn't buy it and bring it home. Yeah, that's why I didn't like them. Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't like about it. Like, they made my clothes clean. Like, I was fascinated at how clean it got the clothes and whatnot, but it just didn't have that clean laundry smell that you like so much about fresh, clean laundry. And if I bring tequila, then I'll pack myself and all my camera gear. So you got to be careful. I don't typically sneak things on, but there are ways to do it. Just make sure you're careful. And Wanda, this is water. And it's like my third one since I've been home. And this is clean energy fuel. So you can't yell at me. I haven't drank soda, haven't drank sugar. I've done none of that. Just water. But that's pretty much it. There's a lot of things I always take with me. There's a lot of things that I'll see somebody else have, and I'll be like, I need that. Like Scott with that fan. Scott seen Cameron have it, and he got it, and then I seen Scott have it, and I had to get it. Doug, what is going on, my brother? I hope you're having a great night. And since you're in here, let's talk about the Boats and Bros 3 real quick. I'm getting a flyer put together for Boats and Bros 3, and I'm looking to have it come out at the end of this week. So if you're in the Facebook group, check it out. If not, go on over to the Facebook page, The Naughty Cruiser, and join the community. People post pictures, people have conversations. It's what it's all about. And enjoy it because it's here for everyone to enjoy. What's the deal about the fan? Bro, this fan is marvelous, Eric. Like, did you not see me show you? Like, check this out. You ready? Now, I'm not going to bring it in December. We're not going to have 3 fans, but it's let's do it this way first. Let me close it up and show you what it looks like all compact. So this is the fan. It's literally a small fan. It's compact. You open it up like this, boop, and now you have a tabletop fan. It's got 3 different speeds, and it oscillates. So like it turns. So you can cool the whole room, and it turns at 3 different speeds. So not only does it do that, but if you unscrew this here, it lifts up and you tighten it back in, and it now becomes a corner floor fan. So you have this big fan that can cool the whole cabin of the cruise, and it's compact. 3 different speeds. It oscillates. Scott's doesn't oscillate. Cameron's does. Scott just got the one that stays straight in one direction, but that thing worked wonders as well. And then you just close it. It locks in, pop it right in your suitcase. It's a rechargeable fan, so you plug it in, let it charge. You can use it while it's plugged in, or you can wait until it's uncharged and then plug it in. But if you're a person that, hangs things on the walls, there's a hole in the back that you can hang a nail to the wall and then open the fan and just boop, right up in the top corner, have it coming down. There's so many different ways that you can use this fan. It's an absolute genius purchase, and it's less than $40. So like super, super cheap. So I'm going to get the Amazon link put together tonight, and I'll drop that in the Facebook page. So that way y'all can check everything out and grab it. It comes with a remote. It comes with the charging cable, and it's like $40 or less. I know the oscillating is a little bit more than the non-oscillating, but it is perfecto. It is an awesome investment, and it's compact. And like I said, it weighs less than 4 pounds, if that. And it fits perfect in your suitcase. So you got no worries about it there. But I'll get the Amazon link put together with everything I talked about tonight and all the cruise essentials that I always take. And we'll get that posted in the group somehow. And that way y'all can check that out as well and see if there's anything there that you want. But that is it. That fan is wonderful. My luggage scale that I always take with me is another one. The Bluetooth speakers, my lanyards. That's just the way it goes. Always got to take something with you. I take it everywhere with me, hotels, cruise, no matter where. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like that's why I wanted the topic to be, no matter how long your trip is, what is it you would always take with you? And that fan is one thing I would take with me no matter what. What's the Facebook name? It's just the Nauti Cruiser over there on Facebook. If you go back to the main page on YouTube and you look at the banner up top, it'll have Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. You can click on each one of those and it'll take you to the direct links, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, and you can follow along. And I am 1 or 2 people away from hitting 200 on TikTok. So we're building there. We're building on Instagram. We're building on Facebook. And of course, we are building here on the wonderful YouTube. Wanda, I appreciate you for dropping the chat, the group in the chat. Thank you very much for that. No, Ian, Carnival has not had a cruise, an issue with it. I know Norwegian for a while was banning all fans, but they are now allowing small tabletop fans. So this fan would be perfect. We have not had any issues yet. And I don't plan on having any issues in the future. So as long as it's within the guidelines, there's been no problems. We've gotten it on with no issue, used it with no issue. And even Norwegian now has changed their fan policy from a complete fan ban to just small tabletop fans. Yeah, Carnival had no rule. There's no issue with Carnival. You'll be able to get it on Carnival with no problem. NCL was the only line that I knew had a fan ban, which is kind of weird to say. Say that 10 times fast, right? Fan ban, fan ban, fan ban. But now they changed it to where you're allowed to have tabletop fans. Lacey Harper, I was on the same cruise as you on April 9th, and that's how I found you on YouTube. It's so cool. Lacey, I appreciate you being here. I absolutely appreciate you being here. Was it my door magnet that you found? I got a new door magnet, and I wanted to do like a plug on it because listen, stateroom attendants came in clutch. Like they really came in clutch with this magnet, but I can't get it right now. I'll have to get it out and make sure I have it for next week's live. Yes, we were on the same floor. Yo, that door magnet is awesome. So it's literally my logo, but like an 8x8 logo. And I just pasted it right to the door. So stateroom attendants came in clutch. I reached out to them. My cruise left Sunday. I reached out to them Monday prior to my cruise leaving. Now they're all the way out in California. So they got my magnet. I sent them my logo. They made the magnet. They expressed the magnet to me free of charge. I just, paid for the magnet. I paid for the regular shipping. They expressed it to me free of charge to make sure I got it before my cruise on Sunday. And it came in clutch on that Saturday. I put it on my door as soon as we got on there on Easter. And then I literally moved it 4 days later, 2 doors down. So that was nice. Being 2 doors away from where I originally was on Easter to where we were on the transatlantic was pretty cool. Your mom looked it up on Google and thought it was something else. Oh, God. Don't Google it. I should pop up. Like, if you type in the Nauti Cruiser travel vlogs on Facebook, it'll pop up. Now, I don't think my logo has, like, my name on it. It just says the Nauti Cruiser. So it doesn't say, like, Nauti Cruiser travel vlogs. So if you just typed in Nauti Cruiser, yeah, it's going to show some stuff that's a little raunchy. But I appreciate you for being here, and hopefully you can convince your mama it's something completely different. It's not like that. Derek Newman, I'm a cruiser and I'm just finding your show. Derek, I appreciate you for being here, man. It's an awesome show. We got some awesome friends. We all love hanging out on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. And we just love talking cruising. So stick around, man. You're in for a wild ride. I appreciate you all for being here. I absolutely appreciate you all. I think it's funny your mom looked it up on Google and thought it was something else. Now, I can't tell you how many times people are like, naughty. Like, you're naughty, like a bad boy. Like, no, like naughty, naughty cruiser, nautical cruiser. But I appreciate, I just hit puberty there for a second. I appreciate y'all for being here. I appreciate all the new people for being here. I appreciate everyone. So just make sure on your way out, y'all hit that like button on the way out for me. I don't do punishments here. I leave that up to my buddy Tony B. He's the punishment guy. But if you don't hit the like button, I'll just be very sad. I see we got 23 people, so when I get out of here, I want to have 23 likes if possible. Oh, you're naughty, but your persona is so naughty. Y'all know it. Pineapple Life. Now let me stop playing because, listen, people take that to heart, man. Like, if you go to my swag store, Scott posted the link, and you'll see, like, I have a couple shirts that are, like, pineapple-based shirts, but they say, I'm not a swinger, I just like pineapples. Flip me upside down if you can read this. So it's pretty awesome. I love having fun with it. I'm a good dude, and have you hit 2K on YouTube yet? No, Doug. I so wish I did, though. I so wish I did. We sat there and watched your videos on the cruise. Definitely something fun to do. Thanks you for giving us something to watch. I appreciate it, Lacey. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to bring entertainment to everybody, and I hope everyone enjoys what I do. I love being able to bring it to you all through the lens of a camera, and it's exciting when I get new people on because it just makes me feel so happy inside. But that's it, y'all. We got 2 minutes. Someone do me a favor and drop Nancy's link here for Nancy's live. Y'all go over to Nautical Nurse Nancy. She's going live in 2 minutes with her wonderful other half, Anthony, or her daughter, Hannah. They have an awesome, amazing community over there as well. So please go check them out over there. I appreciate all y'all for being here. We got 1 minute. I got to get up out of here so Nancy can go live. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And until next Tuesday, I'll see you right back here. Until then, y'all know what to do. Stay naughty. Peace.